Okay, hi everybody. All of you fellow type 1 diabetics out there. This is Dr. Jody, and today, oh, is my video going? I think it's going. I'm going to start over though. Hi everybody with type 1 diabetes. This is Dr. Jody, and today we're going to talk about, does it really work to dose 15 minutes before you eat? That is what I'm going to discuss today. Welcome if you're just finding me, or perhaps you've been following me since the end of March when I started doing these Facebook Lives to all of us with type 1. I myself have had diabetes for 40 years, so I walk in your shoes every day. I understand the challenges of all the highs and lows and doing our best to keep things balanced. And I wanted to just be a light for you. I wanted to be a source of light and inspiration in these really interesting COVID times that we're living in, and really share my knowledge with how we can have really good blood sugar levels. You know, I felt the first 10 or 20 years of living with diabetes, I was pretty much doing it all on my own. And I kind of taught myself how to get off the blood sugar roller coaster. So that's why now I help patients like you and others all around the world really get the education that you deserve to have to feel like you're not, fighting an uphill battle. Because I feel like we've been giving like this much of information that we need to know, but yet we're missing this much, right? So Nick says, is this a repeat? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Perhaps topic wise is what you said. Joshua says, good topic I've been struggling with. Yes, good point. Nick, well, you've been watching a lot of videos, so maybe I have covered this one before. This is my probably 91st, I think, Facebook Live, so I can't exactly keep track of every topic that I've done. But okay, let me cover the topic. So I want to get right to it. Many of us have been told that we need to dose 15 minutes before we eat. And I'm here to say that sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. The thing that I really want you to understand is that we have to use critical thinking when it comes to diabetes management. We've been given a lot of formulas and, dose 15 minutes before you eat 15 grams of carb before if you have a low, your insulin carb ratio is 1 to 12. There's all these specifics, which I call false precision. Because life is not precise, right? Our bodies are different every day. Our meals are different every day. We can't always dose 15 minutes before we eat because it depends on many variables. First of all, what are you eating? Are you eating something that's going to raise your blood sugar level really quickly? Or are you eating something that's going to raise it rather slowly, right? Those two are completely different meals that demand different timing of dosing. Secondly is, what's your blood sugar level now? If you're already really elevated, then you probably want to pre-dose way more than 15 minutes. I certainly don't like eating until I'm already in the normal range. If I'm already high, I don't want to start eating, right? And for those of you that have been following me know that I like to keep a nice 80 to 120 range. Now, that's not always doable, but that's my goal. I was going to just show you my decks, but I realized I must be in the other room. I think I'm around 105 or something right now. I've had a really good day. And so I want you to think about the next time you're pre-dosing, the next meal you're going to eat, you've got to think about what's my number now, right? The higher you are, the more you need to pre-dose even more than 15 minutes. The lower you are, the less on top of it you have to be. But then also think about your food. I mean, let's say you're perfect. You're right in the normal range and you're going to have chicken and broccoli. Well, I don't think you really need to pre-dose. It depends, right? But that's a pretty slow spike. We all know, hopefully protein does raise our blood sugar level very slowly, but potentially over 5 or more hours. So do you really need to take your dose 15 minutes prior if you're eating something that's not going to raise you? So the answer as to when do you need to dose is you've got to figure that out. But I want you to know that it's not always just 15 minutes, right? You have to use critical thinking and you have to think about these two factors. What's my blood sugar now and how fast is my meal going to raise me, right? The goal is that we stay in range 24 hours a day. Now, I do my best to, but I still go out of range sometimes. But a lot of people think, oh, it's normal to go high after you eat. Well, yeah, it's normal, but it's not, we're trying to avoid that. If you know how to dose your timing correctly, as well as the amount, then you can avoid those post-meal highs. Because every time we go high, it does damage to our body. So we want to try to avoid that. Another course or another topic that I love to teach is called microdosing. And that is the fact that we don't always need just one shot for our meal. right? Because the insulin, if you're using rapid, works like this, but a lot of meals take a long, slow time to digest. So you don't really want an insulin that works like this if you're eating a long, slow meal. So if you want to learn more about how to dose properly for your meals, I have a course called exactly that, Mealtime Dosing, how to dose properly for your meals. So I would love for you to check this out. If you're struggling, it could probably help you a lot. I've learned all of this from my 40 years of living with type 1, as well as going to medical school, and now working with people like you for the past 10 years. So I'm all about inspiring you with type 1 to live a healthy life and to get that A1C below 6.5. That's what you deserve. And when you learn all the things that I can teach you, that is what patients get when they work with me, is they finally feel like, oh, I don't feel like I'm on a roller coaster anymore. I don't feel like I'm scared of lows anymore. I just had a patient this morning with tears in her eyes say that she finally went for a 4-hour hike with her family and didn't go low or high because she figured out how to master her blood sugar with exercise, which is another course I have. So that is my tip for you today. I want you to be more savvy with your dosing. It's not always 15 minutes before, and it's not always just one dose. So if you want to learn more, you can check out my courses. They're at drjodynd.com. And thanks for watching. If you know of anybody else with type 1, please share this video. And I have been doing these Monday through Friday right around 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.